Marvel Rivals thing. It was like this girl and kind of her team were kind of bullying this guy because he was trying to win in a $40,000 tournament, and you know, he's a college student too, but I mean, even if you're not a college student, 40 bands is still 40 bands. I think the split that he was going to get was going to be like 3 bands. So it's like, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, 3 bands is like, you know, I mean, some people can really change your life, and for some people it's literally nothing, but 3 bands is still 3 bands. Like, you should at least try. Like, they was acting like they didn't want to win. So, you know, she got a lot of backlash for that, but apparently it looks like she's still fighting back. Why she's still fighting back, I really don't know, but we're about to take a look at that video, and that's made by Diesel Patches.
Oh, there was a Marvel Rivals tournament with a prize pool of $40,000. The team that earned first place would receive $18,000, giving each individual player $3,000. Which, fun fact, I was originally invited to be part of this tournament, but the organizers,
that's crazy,
last minute. It wouldn't be fair for someone with my level of skill competing for money. Anyways, an esports content creator named Kingsman 265 participated in this Marvel Rivals event and was putting his blood, sweat, and cum towards winning the cash prize.
Hey, yo, whoa! I was not expecting that. I'm over here listening and messing with some settings. I'm like, hey, whoa, hey, this Diesel Patches.
His behavior of wanting to win so badly annoyed some of his teammates.
Guys, I'm fucking broke, okay?
The other teams
I play.
Don't have your mental.
You'll need a top-notch team.
They don't have
Exactly.
this mentality.
That's why I want
powers. They don't want
and neither do you guys, because you don't want to run the comp that we want to do.
Could you guys? Because I want to run Witter doesn't mean I don't want to win.
Exactly, I believe you. And if you want to win, let's channel that and play one of the characters that'll help our team composition.
I'm playing fucking Witter.
I'm just here to accept that Kingsman is a meta slave, and we're never gonna move past.
Meta slave? I'm playing Magic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but what, like everyone else on the
team. You kind of see what was happening there. He was kind of like, one, he was like, yeah, guys, like I'm kind of trying to win, like I need this money, and they're like this guy needs money. Yo, this guy needs money. You're broke. You're broke. Somebody's gonna like clip that, and that's gonna make me look so bad. But you know what I mean? That's kind of like what they did to that man, which is terrible. That's where like that's probably a kind of funny clip. You're broke. This guy needs money.
Now, personally, I don't really like sweats. As someone who's an Apex gamer myself, I don't have to lash out onto others when I'm doing all the work. But at the same time, this is a tournament.
My computer see that and
so
think it was a
sweaty tryhard is definitely appropriate in this case, especially when you're playing with people with absolutely egregious KD ratios. I definitely empathize with this man's frustration of having to carry these absolute fucking noobs.
But wait a minute, Diesel. It's important to note that there was some confusion at the beginning of this tournament on whether there was a cash prize or not, so maybe that's why the other players were acting so casually.
You know what I hate? Like, it's like, even if there wasn't a cash prize, does that mean you don't try to win? Like, you know what I mean? Does that mean that you shouldn't take it serious? Like, let's even say like you're a streamer or something. Even if there's not a cash prize, maybe you can get more awareness by moving up further in the tournament, and maybe you guys can get more visibility, which could in turn end up being money down the line. Like, I just never get that whole idea of just because something's not on the line. Just because something's not on the line, like I shouldn't compete. To me, that's wild. Like,
point out the perspective, my perspective, and everybody else's perspective. Like some of the creators, when we were approached, they told us no prize pool, and that's not the focus. And they said for fun, content focused Deadpool tournament. Okay, so when you get into the tournament, when you're playing in the tournament, when we accepted, that is the vibes we were thinking we were getting, right? I understand why some people say it's like casual and they're a tournament and for fun and for content, but it wasn't made clear from the beginning to everybody. That's what they're going for. And also, if you're making a prize pool, there inherently it won't be casual anymore.
Now, to put this argument to rest, everyone on Kingsman team seemed to be aware of what's at stake, with Kingsman telling them, I have to win this tournament.
Yeah,
I'm a broke college boy,
true.
and the money will really help.
played these games before. I need to win this tournament. I'm a broke college student. I need money.
First place is for $18,000.
Yeah, yeah, big money.
Did you guys know there's going to be a $40,000 Marvel Rivals creator tournament happening next Sunday to 18th? And I get to be team captain.
So it seems
And that's literally Cece, the girl, the girl in question, the girl who is up at the stand at the moment.
Seems like his teammates were also aware of what was on the line here. And during the pre-games, Kingsman becomes frustrated with his teammates for not pulling their weight. I'm not going to play every interaction of Kingsman and his teammates bickering. You can watch the full VOD yourself on Kingsman's channel to determine how you feel, but in my opinion, his frustration was justified. He wasn't hurling personal attacks or being a complete asshole or anything, just a broke college boy who really wants that $3,000. It makes sense to me. A lot of the arguing stemmed from who should play what character and essentially telling some of his teammates to do better. This led to some of his teammates to cry out in pain as they strike Kings.
Now let's look at those scores though. Those scores were pretty
Teammates to do better. This led to some of
like, okay, so we can see CC did all right. So main girl getting all the flack right now. Oh gosh, I'm short. Cece over here, she did all right, 5 and 4, so you can't really knock her for her performance. Essentially, you know, we got a 10 and 3, so Mother's doing really good. Hits can, which is what's his name? King. What do they call him? You guys know what I mean. 18 and 2. Like I said, he actually blew it out the water. Like he was probably the only reason they were still in the game. And then, you know, the rest, it's not looking too hot.
his teammates to cry out in pain as they strike Kingsman with their terrible gaming skills.
No one is living a 5-man run into their spawn, bro. Kingsman, shut up, bro. Just, my God,
They're living with triple support. Bro, if that is your win con, we will automatically lose. You cannot have that as a win condition.
You have the worst mindset, bro.
I'm telling the truth.
No, you're not, because you don't know.
I do know.
Never,
Bro.
like, if the game comes down to one person being win condition, we're gonna lose no matter
It is
what.
not one person being the win condition. It is the fact that we have to revolve the comp around one person.
Why are you doubting her this much, though? Like,
I'm not doubting
I don't
her.
think Kingsman's played
You
good,
are
guys.
misunderstanding.
Okay,
You're
I don't think he's played
misunderstanding. Case and point proven right now. Do you understand?
No, it's
Well,
not.
you've been making
Yes,
me play
it
shit.
is.
Of course I'm gonna
How
play.
do you not
Wait,
see the
wait.
problem right now?
First of all, it's
that ass Kingsman, like, shut the fuck up.
Okay, bro.
You're doing too much.
Lucy's not even on.
Taxes was feeling unwelcome. Now taxes?
And this, second of all, you're getting value because
No. She shouldn't be dead.
Yes.
I'm
You're
getting
only
value
able to
because I'm
rekill them because
1v6ing.
Hulk isn't peeling for you, bro. Yeah, we win 5, but we won the point, bro.
There was one particular player named Cece who seemed to be the most vocal when it came to arguing with Kingsman, and she was also the leader of his team. Cece was telling Kingsman to shut the fuck up and called him a loser, which is worse than anything Kingsman said to Cece or anyone else on his team. After Kingsman decided to take a break from playing with his teammates, he was sent a message from the organizer of the event named Basm, informing Kingsman he has been kicked from the tournament due to his behavior.
And getting kicked for a tournament because you were actually dominating in too. We got to remember, dude went 18 and 2. He was cooking. You know what I mean? Because your teammates literally, you guys are gonna hear like probably later in this, he's gonna say the teammates literally like sent something in, like it left out a tons of information to make him look bad. So he got essentially, you know, kicked off, and then essentially Balsam had to, you know, get it a little right.
All because his teammates couldn't handle the Kingsman style, and this of course meant Kingsman lost his chances of winning any sort of money from the prize pool of $40,000.
I was just kicked out of the tournament. Well, unfortunate. Yep, I know. I've been messaging Basim for the past like 20 minutes and nothing to do. I just gotta get removed, I guess. Wow.
Despite being kicked, the insults towards Kingsman didn't stop. Cece then went on Discord to vent. I'm pretty sure he spent all 20 years of his life inside playing video games, which is why he lacks social skills. Yo, Kingsman cocksuckers, screenshot this. Y'all think I ain't see the toxicity in the Kingsman Discord with not spreading hate from the mods and Kingsman community? So that was her initial response. As for Basm, the organizer who kicked Kingsman from the tournament, tried to defend and damage control his decision to kick Kingsman at first, only for him to concede after he noticed that most people were not agreeing with him.
Kingsman was kicked out of the tournament, not by anybody else, not by any prod member, not by anybody else. All right. The reason for that is because he violated the rules that are completely written perfectly in the Discord.
No, that's got to be terrible. Like when you come out and you make a video or you're streaming and you're like, yep, this is why it was. And then the backlash just comes like a wave, you know what I'm saying? Just like a massive wave over a tiny boat and just crushes everything you were saying. And now it's tough because it's like you already made a statement. Like if you had been quiet, then you might have been good. And then you could have just been like, I made a mistake. But when you come out after the event and you double down, then after the fact, you just look like you're grifting.
And there's a zero tolerance policy. Now listen, nobody better give any hate to Kingsman. Nobody better give hate to any single person that's on that team. It is not on any single player. All right, this is on me for the decisions I made. This is my decision. He was kicked out was, for violating rules. The people, when they come in here, when they hate, they're justified in what they're saying. They're absolutely right. They're absolutely right. 100%. No question about it. Like, there's no beating around the bush. I don't know why it's like difficult to admit when you're wrong and when you fucked up. I made a decision based off of haste and based off of misinformation, but everybody in the team knew what was going on. Everybody in this team knew what was going on, and the fact that nobody told me what was... That's whatever. It doesn't matter.
Despite being the one to kick Kingsman from the tournament, Basm isn't receiving as much hate as he probably should compared to Cece and the other women involved. Probably because, for the most part, he played it smart after being called out. And Cece even claims when Basm asked her if Kingsman should be kicked, she...
That's what I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see the Cece update. Like, that's what we here for. You know what I'm saying? We here for the Cece update. How is she reacting after getting absolutely slaughtered? This is the only reason I even know this girl's name. I only know who she is because of all this. And that sucks is I don't know how big Cece was. Obviously, it's pretty big people who are allowed in this competition. I mean, it says she has 46, but I don't know if that's like Twitch. Twitch, I mean, it's hard to get 50K. That's tough. It's tough out here. So, it kind of differs. It depends on which like platform you're on for sure. But, yeah, I mean, like, to be kind of on your come up, like she seems like she's like basically up, but she seems like she's still kind of on that like close to being up, on that cusp, like before things really start going crazy. And this might have just completely ruined her chances. Like now she might always be in the middle of the pack, as you could say. Right now you could say I'm at the the bottom of the pack. That's why I need y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? We just out here trying to get to it so we can get some lemon pepper wangs. All right, let's continue.
To greenlighting that decision.
He's just like demoralizing my whole team, bro. Like, to the point where no one even wanted to play with him. That's kind of what it felt like, bro. Like, when Fossum asked me, he was like, do you think this is alright? Like, is this true? I'm gonna do this. Like, you can greenlight it. And I'm being honest, guys, I greenlit it.
As a team leader, Cece did have a say whether Kingsman should stay in the tournament or not, so she is also responsible for his removal. And despite Basm's initial lukewarm defense, he admitted he fucked up, said sorry, and that's essentially the end of it from him. Not much you can say except this dude is a fucking idiot, and I wouldn't trust him hosting another tourney. And on the flip side, you have people like Cece, who decided to respond to the criticism differently compared to Basm, a type of reaction that naturally brings in more eyes. issues, such as blaming her poor behavior on panic attacks and ignoring so much context that she was community noted. Oh, and hey look, a poorly constructed and received response video to react to. Look at all that ammunition. Again, Basm is a dipshit, but as a commentary channel, Cece is making it way too easy for someone like me and offers more yummy in my tummy slop for me to consume. Anyways, after being kicked, Kingsman then re-uploaded his VOD showing exactly what happened during those games, where him and his teammates argued with each other. This allows viewers to dictate for themselves who was actually in the right.
That's crazy too. 3 million views. I wonder how much money he made from that video. Shit, he definitely happy he got kicked out of that tournament. Now it jump started that man's career. Like I mean, it seemed like he was already kind of up, you know, for sure. But now he now he up. You feel me? Really up.
So
Love to see it.
Context for why Kingsman was trying so hard and got frustrated.
I'm just here to win the tournament, you know? I need that money. I'm fucking broke. I like money. And $3,000 or $40,000, which has a prize pool for first place of $3,000, is a lot of money for me. I could really use that to help pay my college.
Now, as I said before, Cece uploaded a video herself, but it wasn't a re-upload of the VOD from her perspective, like Kingsman. She deleted that on Twitch. Instead, we get a response video that dives into her side of the story.
I'm making this video in response to Kingsman's video and also to
this week, we're
oh, come on.
an investing workshop right here in Atlanta. Inside this
I'm on the wrong page.
All the chatters that are going to come in and ask questions again, I'm just going to direct you to this, and it's the last time I'm going to speak about it.
As a bonus for this response video, Cece decided to whip out the uwu cutesy PNG character and make her voice sound slightly higher. Always a brilliant tactic to garner sympathy. The only thing missing is a video of Cece touching her 2 index fingers together while replacing every word that contains the letter R with W. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at her video description. No, I did not report/get Kingsman kicked, but I agree Basm is justified for kicking him for disrespectful behavior, and I take accountability for being a bad leader. Now,
she definitely doubled down. Why would she do that? Girl, you already lost. Like, you already saw what the perfect. It was like, even if you do believe that, why would you double down? And like, the public perception was already had. Like, we already saw you lose this. Did you think that was gonna help you? All that was gonna do was give people like Diesel Patches the ammunition to make a video that I'm now live streaming and watching. There's more people talking about how much you suck. And hey, I'm not trying to hate. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to show love. But like, you're doing it to yourself at that point. What you need to do is lay low for a little bit until people forget, and then come back and act like it never happened.
It is true that Cece isn't the one who reported Kingsman's behavior to Basm, the organizer of the tournament. It was actually the husband or boyfriend or whatever of one of the other team members. Anyways, her partner admits this act in a Twitter apology.
Oh, Zaza, I know he was mad probably because he was playing awful. He had a terrible performance. I think he was the worst person playing, at least in that game that we saw. It looked like he was definitely the worst person on the team for sure.
Towards Kingsman. Even so, as we established, Cece did play a role in removing Kingsman by greenlighting this decision as a team leader, and she basically gives him a good riddance to bad rubbish, I say, to Kingsman being removed. So really her only gotcha is a technicality, but it doesn't really help her because she did play a role in Kingsman being removed in another way, and she still feels like it was justified. I really like everyone harassing me and those involved. You're doing a really job of listening to Kingsman's wishes, kind of the same way he ain't take no for an answer. By the way, here's my Twitch. Yes, very smart to insult people who are harassing you, and then
well, they should have said yes for an answer because they needed to switch their team comps. He was just saying like, hey, we're losing a lot. Do you guys want to stop? Do you guys maybe want to figure it out? Figure it out. They said, how dare you tell me? They're like, this is the league equivalent. How dare you tell me my Fizz play isn't immaculate just because he does not work with the meta? It's like, girl, we are in a league tournament, okay? We don't have the time for your emotions, okay? It's all about logic structure and which champ is gonna take us to the finish line. That is what matters, people. That is what matters. Never forget it. Never forget it.
Count right after. I'm sure the people sending you death threats definitely won't take that energy on your other platform. And by the way, yes, CC is playing the I'm receiving death threats card to garner sympathy, proven many times to be very ineffective and for a good reason. It's the same defense Jake Doolittle used after talking massive shit online. Guys, stop it. I'm getting messages that every single content creator has ever gotten. Please, I'm a victim. Please stop the death threats. This answer is as old as time, but every content creator gets death threats. Obviously, I'm not condoning it in any way, but that's one of the unfortunate parts of being a content creator who talks shit online. You have idiots who take it to another level. Instead of taking accountability, CC decided to not only double down,
she did.
The victim card,
She definitely did.
As a snarky asshole, but also just straight up lied to debunk the Kingsman fans in order to downplay her own poor behavior. My point, I was not the reason he got kicked. I did not say shut the fuck up / insult him at the end. But if you actually watch CC's video.
But you have to understand, this is after an hour of dragging this conversation on, an hour of me asking him to drop this topic, an hour of just continuous arguing in the team. Yes, I finally told him to STFU. I'm taking accountability for the fact that I could have handled it way better. I didn't have to snap at him. I shouldn't have told him to shut up. I shouldn't have told him to shut the F up.
Maybe this was just another panic attack, but
it's one of those things where it's like, oh, well, see, you know, yeah, I did something wrong, but really I just did that because it was your fault. So really, I didn't do anything wrong, but hey, I'm sorry. I did something wrong. I'm a person that's good about taking accountability, but I mean, really, I only did that because of you. So it was your fault. Like, I'd like an apology, please.
But as you can see, Cece just completely contradicts herself. Now, Cece's behavior actually ended up costing her sponsorships, with one seemingly thinking about replacing her with Kingsman. Ouch. And I guess because now she has all this attention on her, she's been deleting old tweets that might cause her more problems, like this one. So, based off the evidence I went through, and based off my bias towards women because they never give me a chance, I think I have to side with Kingsman on this one. As for Cece's career, I think it's definitely possible it has a shot of continuing. The internet will find something else to be mad about. Even so, she only decreased her chances of returning with the way she responded, and like I said, that is why she is receiving the most amount of attention and hate right now.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me.